What up, my people? Welcome to another episode of Yeah, I Said It. This time we're talking BFFs, best friends forever, besties. You know how it is when an opposite sex besties, not just, guys, and girls and girls. It's those couples. We can't even call them couples. They're just BFFs. A guy who's a friend with a girl and they've been friends forever. Now, listen, don't get me wrong. Everybody has the right to have a friend that lasts forever. And I think it's cute. But the question is, can you guys stay that way and marry other people? Now that's the question right there. All right, let's talk about this for a second. Many people say it's okay to have a best friend that's not your wife. It's okay to marry somebody and then be best friends with somebody else. Yeah, but the truth is, many of us, and I'm in the group of people who I'm about to mention, don't believe you should have a best friend of the opposite sex that is straight, that is not the person you're married to. I mean, what's your explanation? This is my best friend, right? Your best friend of the opposite sex who's straight, right? And then you have your wife who's now your what? Second best friend. Like what exactly? What does that make the wife? She's just your lover, yeah? Let me tell you, friendship trumps love every single time. This is why I belong to the men and women should be best friends until somebody gets married. And then the spouse becomes the best friend, right? Because friendship trumps love every single time. Think about this as guys. Leave the girls to think of their own. As guys, think of this. You and your guy quarrel over a babe. Maybe your guy slept with your babe, right? You're like, Bala, why will you do that? Nonsense. In fact, to hell with both of you, I'm not talking to either of you again. You leave him. Then you break up with the babe because she slept with Bala as well. 2 years down the line, you see Bala in a bar. Right? You're going to be like, but this guy, you're a bastard, shower. No vex. Sorry, come and drink beer. You guys will now drink and forget BC. Yeah? Because friendship trumps love. When you see BC 2 years down the line, you're like, see ya. Judas, betrayal. Judas said. Judas. What's the female version of Judas? You're like Judas said. You're like, you're betrayal of the brethren. But you can't forgive her. But you can't forgive Bala because friendship trumps love every single time. Now, in marriage, it's the same thing. If your wife is your best friend, there are going to be times when you fall out of love with her. There are going to be times when you look at her and think, this witch. Yeah, but when you want to gist, you will now look for her again because your friendship will bring you back together where your love can't. All right, so back to this topic of best friends and being married to other people. Let me just tell you right now, if you choose to have a straight best friend of the opposite sex, that's got a whole definition, the straight best friend of the opposite sex. If you choose to have a straight best friend of the opposite sex, right, bear in mind there is hurt in your future or in theirs. Standard. No, for real. Somebody is gonna get hurt. Yeah, for real. Right, somebody's gonna get hurt. I'll tell you why. Because most cases of best friends in old age saying, we're just best friends, it's just my best friend, it's just my friend, no, nothing's happening between us, we're just friends, is a lie. Somebody somewhere is hoping that they will finally look and see them. You're like, Taylor Swift, you belong with me, I don't know when God will open your eyes to see that you're mine. Yeah, somebody in that mix is usually hoping. And even if you're not hoping, say both of you are able to keep the friend zone thing going, he's my best friend, she's my best friend, we're just best friends, somebody's going to get married. What are the chances? What are the odds that you both will marry people that support this friendship and say, yes, that is your best friend, I am your second best friend? What are the odds that that's going to work out for you? There's hurt in your future, my dear. Somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody's going to be upset. Somebody's going to be told, if I hear that boy's name in my house, and that's where the thing's going to end. Now, if it doesn't end and you keep on, let me just tell you what the worst case is. Two of you become best friends or you stay best friends. You marry other people. They complain about it, but you insist on keeping your best friendship, right? My dear brother, my dear sister, you have just given license for that your spouse to begin to seek a new best friend because everybody deserves a best friend. Enter Busty Bosse and Slick Shalewa. It's gonna be a deadly day. That's right, because let me tell you what you've done. You've given your husband the license to have a friendship that is a best friend. He can develop a friendship that is outside of you. And yeah, everybody's entitled to friends, but to say he's allowed to pursue certain friendships now, you can't talk. Because you have a best friend. There's not him. You can't open your mouth and say that no. Ours was sins. Forget that thing. Let's not be chronological about our friendships. Let's just be able to develop friendships as we go along. 20 kids cannot play together for 20 years. All right. So what you've done is you've ratified that concept where he can now meet and develop friendships on his own, outside of you, independent of you. Whether it's work, he meets the girl, church, whether he gave her a lift from a notoriously red light district, or whether he just met her, I don't know, in somebody else's house. He's allowed to develop these best friendships that are completely independent of you. He can take their side in arguments. He can stand with them and share their views on issues. Why? Because you have a best friend that is not him. Enjoy your best friendship. Yeah, I said it.